I will not date a man who is insecure about his finances. I'm not a pocket watcher. I don't care what's in his bank account, but the way he views his bank account is going to reflect the way he's going to treat me.
An insecure man will become your worst nightmare, and dating an insecure guy will drive you insane.
Did you know that the reason you self-sabotage your relationships and the things around you is because it makes you feel like you're in control?
What do you really think about dating an insecure man? A man that feels insecure about his finances, his journey in life, where he's supposed to be, he's not there yet. Basically, he feels insecure about everything. Do you think it's safe for anyone to be in a relationship with such a man?
The number one red flag on a guy is insecurity, okay? When a guy is insecure, he is going to make your life a living hell. It's going to be like your worst nightmare, okay? Because when a guy is insecure, you can never be enough for him. They won't value you and they won't see your potential and how special you are. Instead of celebrating you, they're going to dim your light so that they can feel better about themselves. They're going to treat you like shit every day so that you can stay with them. And every single day there's going to be some sort of argument surrounded his insecurity. Arguments like you think you're better will be a constant thing because at the end of the day, they know that you are better. Their fragile ego will not let them fall in love with you. Instead, they are constantly going to be trying to get reassurance from you that they are not as bad as they actually come across. And this is going to lead you in a spiral of anxiety because you're always going to be feeling like you need to be doing so much more for this guy so that they can finally put themselves up in the pedestal that you are at, in the level that you're at.
Hello fam, how you all doing? How is your Sunday, your weekend going? Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you. I think if a man is financially insecure, the best advice for such a man is for him to focus on gaining financial security, financial stability, because that's his financial insecurity is going to create a huge space for shame. And when someone feels ashamed, the person might unknowingly start projecting on other people around them.
So one of the worst things are people who are insecure, because a lot of people turn aggressive and envious and ugly because they're very insecure about themselves. And their way of protecting is to attack other people out of insecurity. So people who appear to be very macho, very aggressive, are actually riddled with all kinds of insecurities. And those kind of insecurities are revealed through their body language. So I tell you, you go into a boardroom, a meeting with very powerful people, and this one man, generally a man, tends to present this very aggressive front, and yet you see that his foot is shaking like this, or something about his body language doesn't match his words. You realize this isn't that he's playing a game. He's trying to disguise all of these weaknesses. And so therefore, if you can recognize that people aren't nearly as powerful and intimidating as they actually are, then in their presence, you don't get emotional.
So just to avoid things like that and other things, I would advise the man that has financial insecurity to focus on building himself rather than looking for someone to date. But we know that is not what happens out there. These men are financially insecure and they're looking for women that they will leech on, or maybe women that might add to their ego. They think dating women would add to their feathers and help raise them up, boost their ego. Since they are lacking in the financial aspect, let them have a woman that will make them feel better. You get what I mean? And it always ends up being a toxic situationship or a toxic relationship for the woman, because this man already has a problem that he's dealing with inwardly that has nothing to do with her but himself. So if he's battling inside, it's just a matter of time that he's going to pour out his frustration on the people around him.
An insecure man will become your worst nightmare, and dating an insecure guy will drive you insane. Because first, it's going to start with something simple. He'll ask for more reassurance, and you'll think that makes sense. We're humans. Everybody wants reassurance. So you'll tell him that you like him. You'll show him that you're attracted to him, but it's not going to be enough because the conversation is going to come up time and time again. And then you realize, wait a second, I feel like this is more to do with you and you wanting me to make you feel good about yourself, which is not my job, rather than having any anything to do with me. So you'll think the conversation is done and you'll think that he has understood you, but no, just when it's going well, it will come up again and he'll say, I feel like nothing has changed. I feel like you didn't adjust your behavior. I'm asking for simple things, when in reality, he's not asking for simple things. He's asking you to make himself feel good about himself. He's asking you to make himself feel secure and safe and like he's worth something, which you cannot do because you're the only person who can determine your self-worth. So this will go back and forth and you'll think, oh well, it's just a simple matter. It will be resolved within time. But then it becomes an even bigger deal when you ask for something that you need, like you need a certain need to be met. Like you want to see him more, you want photos, you want video calls, whatever. If it's a long distance relationship, even worse. You want something more. He's not going to be able to give it to you because he says he feels uncomfortable. It's awkward for him. He cannot get over himself. He will be a wuss in every sort of situation where you just are completely confused as to why it's a big deal. It will be a big deal for him and it's going to drive you insane. So it's going to start with something simple, then it's going to escalate and it's going to become a fight and he's going to pin it on you. And he will say, well, if you were to give me more affection, then I would be more comfortable. And the girl, that is not the case because everybody's responsible for their own comfort, for their own boundaries, and for their own self-worth.
There are two types of broke men. I guess they have different types of broke men. But in this video, I just want to talk about two types of broke men. Those men that are broke and they appreciate the fact that they are broke. They accept the fact that they are broke and they're doing something about it. They're working hard towards it and they're not projecting their brokenness on people. Their brokenness is not making them feel insecure. They are cutting their coat according to their material. They're not reaching for something that they cannot have. They are not going out of their league to date people that is not in their class. Then they have the other broke man. They are broke. They are insecure and ashamed that they are broke. They want something that is not in their reach. They want to date a woman that is way above their league. They want to date a woman that is not in their class. They don't want to accept the fact that they are broke. They have high ego, inflated ego. They are broke, but they're not accepting they are broke, acting like they have it when they are broke. Those are the people you have to keep off. They are very dangerous. A man that is broke and wanting to date a lady that is not in his class is going to destroy that lady. Those are the men that the speakers in this video are making reference to. If you date a man that is broke and he accepts that he's broke and he's making effort to earn more money and change his life, is making effort to make life better, life easier for the people around him, those kind of men are the kind of people that you can consider to be with and assist and grow with. But you see those ones that have inflated egos and they're going for women that are way above them, keep off those people. They're going to sabotage you. They'll make sure they pull you down to their level. They'll make sure they make your life miserable. They will never see anything good in whatsoever you do. They will always talk you down, bring you down, make you feel less of yourself because they feel insecure, and that insecurity cuts across because money does play a huge role in our life, in our day-to-day life. If they cannot afford anything, it's going to hit them hard in different facets, different areas of their life. So because of that, this man will be in constant pain. He will be feeling less of himself all the time.
Did you know that the reason you self-sabotage your relationships and the things around you is because it makes you feel like you're in control? Because if you self-sabotage things around you, you can predict the outcome. And predicting the outcome and controlling it is easier than the what if.
I just listened to something that said they're not your type, they're your pattern.
I did not expect to get so much free therapy at 5 o'clock in the morning. Come here. Not only am I processing what I just heard, right? But I think the same person also said this. The reason why we self-sabotage is because it allows us to predict what's going to happen, which gives us the illusion of control over our pain. I really don't think you understand. It's so much therapy for free. That's the part that's getting me right now.
So the best bet for him is for him to pull you down so both of you will be on the same level and then he will feel better. Those are the kind of men you have to keep off. You have to stay away from, because they're going to destroy you. And I think I have spoken about this topic in different forms on this channel. The very last video clip I pulled up on this topic was the marathon race video clip. The man tried making the wife not to win the race by bringing his children when she was almost reaching the finish line. Some men will go out of their way to make sure you don't achieve your dreams, you don't achieve your goals. They will practically make sure they pull you down. Those men are dangerous. Keep off such people.
What? If a man ever tells you you are too good for him, believe it.
You might want to run if a man tells you that you are too good for him. This is not flattery. This is foreshadow that he is most likely insecure and is going to self-sabotage the relationship in the future. At best, he is letting you know and being honest that he is going to disappoint you. And at worst, he is using this as a manipulation tactic to try to get you to consistently prove that you care about him without expecting his reciprocation because, hey, he already said that you are too good for him. Believe men when they tell on themselves, especially if they are saying anything along the lines of you two not being compatible for each other. There is absolutely no amount of validation in this world that you can give a man who cannot see his own value. And if you put that upon yourself, you are most likely going to just end up feeling like you are walking on eggshells around this person. Do not sell yourself short. Choose someone who can both recognize how great you are and want to put in the work and effort to be the person you deserve.
She's right. If a man tells you you're too good for him, believe him. Words like this come from men that are insecure, men that are beneath you, and they're telling you the truth because you're way above their league. You're too good for them. You're not on their level. So why would you want to come down to their level to be with them?